What's going on, everybody? It's Ted again here with CountdownToGeeks.com, and I have another fantastic interview for you. One of my favorite new directors. I caught this film a while back, and I'm excited to talk to him about it. Director of Hollow Road, Babak Anvari. How are you, sir?
Great. Thanks for having me on.
Um, I I talk to a lot of folks about independent films,
Hmm.
and once every few years, I think there's an independent film that really surprises me. That really goes above and beyond, does something to bring something fresh and innovative to the scene,
Hmm.
and just surpasses like all my expectations. This one, sir, is
Oh,
that film for me. Hollow Road. I have not shut up about it since I caught it at an earlier screening this year, South by Southwest,
yeah.
and
Wow. Very kind.
it's relentless. Is my favorite word to describe it.
Great.
And I want to call you a madman for being willing to put people through this experience.
Great.
But I enjoyed every second of it. And so I first want to congratulate you, and also let's start off with what was it about this project, this script that intrigued you, or really wanted you to get involved?
Thank you for that. That means a lot, especially how hard it is to make independent films these days.
Mhm.
So hearing that means a lot. But one of the main hooks was like when I first read the script was oh, this is a great challenge. How can I maintain tension within the confined space of a car for as a feature? And so that really excited me. And also, I I love I'm full of anxieties myself, so and I like to inflict it on others. So I was like, oh, this is a great script. It's so tense. I can do my thing. I can stress people out with it.
I I applaud you, and also, like I mentioned, just the theatrical experience itself is unlike something I felt in a very long time. So it's just absolutely incredible.
I really appreciate
Um,
it. It's almost like a ride itself, isn't it? Like
it really is, and
roller
there's very
coaster.
few films that can kind of really get a hold of you and
Hmm.
take you with it along for the ride. There's films where you check in and out. That I think that's the
Yeah.
normal human experience. I'll check into a movie, I'll check out when things are not going very well. But no, this one you're on it from the get-go, and it
Oh,
it drags you along with a very reinforced chain. And
thank
yeah, it's just like I mentioned, it's unrelentless, it's unforgiving, but all in the best ways, and I really appreciate it. It's quite an achievement.
thank
I was also hooked when I saw the wonderful faces of Matthew Rhys and Rosamund Pike. I've been a massive fan of Matthew since I saw him first in The Americans. And
Yeah.
so let's talk about Matthew first. I think you probably had a different approach, or maybe the same approach, for both of these individuals. They're both at the top of their game. They're so talented. But first, let's start with Matthew. What were your discussions like, your collaborations? What ideas did he bring to the set without giving away anything that really intrigued you and really got the ball rolling?
Oh, that both, like you said, fantastic actors. So, like, I feel really lucky that I got them on board. Like you, I'm a big fan of the Americans. So very early on, I was like, oh, I really want Matthew Rhys. And I think also it's after many, many years, this is the first film he's done that is actually he's doing it in his original Welsh accent, which is
Right.
beautiful. Because obviously in the Americans he's American and Perry Mason and but yeah, this that was fun. But yeah, no, he's such a also technical actor, which I love. It's always great working with actors who are very technical and understand filmmaking. He's directed before himself,
It's true.
so really, really, really fun collaborator, and he's also very funny in real life. I mean, you see him in Hallow Road, you think, oh man, this guy's intense, but he's such a funny guy, and he, it was such a obviously because the film is very tense. It was like a quite a sort of tense 17 days shoot, jam packed.
Oh my
But
gosh.
between takes, he was the one like sort of helping us like snapping out of it, like so he's the loveliest man. And all of his suggestions. Uh, when you work with an amazing actor, like they read it and then they bring their thoughts and it's like this is how I would do it if I were Frank. That really helped us create Frank's or sharpening Frank's arc, if that makes sense.
No, it really does. And I had the absolute honor of speaking with Matthew regarding this project prior
Mhm.
to seeing the film. He had told me he gives all credit to Rosamund, that she sort of got into the character, got into the headspace, and he was just trying to elevate himself to her the entire project. And he's probably just being just really humble and coy about the whole situation. But now talk about Rosamund. I can imagine she as well brought a wealth of experience and ideas and just helped you in insurmountable ways.
She's fantastic. Rosamund is such a dedicated person. She's very picky when it comes to her projects, but when she chooses to do something, she puts 150% in and like dives deep. And I love that as a filmmaker. I mean, she even because the character is a paramedic, she spent one night in London at the back of an ambulance, like with actual paramedics and took a lot of that experience, brought it back, and we managed to implement some of the things she learned into the script. And so yeah, she's so dedicated as and just full of ideas. And she was the first person that came on board. So when we sent the script, she read it, wanted to have a chat. We had a very long conversation, and I pitched her all my crazy ideas, which luckily she liked. And then she said, "Who do you see as the husband?" And I was like, "Matthew Rhys." And they never worked before, and then so I organized a call between them so they can have a chat, like do a chemistry check. And I remember then Rosamund after the call sent me this lovely message saying, I find a great dance partner in Matthew, which is so nice, right? Like because they have to do this dance throughout in this in this car throughout the film, and so yeah, it all just came together. Yeah.
One of the things that there's two more things that stick out outside of the original script and story, outside of these incredible unique performances. This film is so innovative. You feel like you've kind of seen all the tricks and the special effects and all the creative ways to sort of tell a story, but you, sir, you've gone above and beyond.
Oh, that
And
means so much.
it hits you right away when you're witnessing something being done for the first time, and you did that time and time again in this film. So again, I won't give any specifics away, but there's a lot of elements and components and ways of displaying things and ways of describing things and utilizing text on smart devices that you're doing, and it's so well done. Where did those ideas come from? Is it part of the script? Are they just elements that you wanted to incorporate? Are you thinking on the fly and trying things out? How does that all come about?
No, these were the things that I brought to the table when I first read the script. I was like, how can I make it a cinematic experience? And for me, it was always like the once they get in the car becomes a representation of their anxious psyche, the parents' anxious psyche. And as the film develops, you delve going deeper and deeper into their unconscious and psyche. So the film needs to represent that. I mean, like everyone's saying it's like parents' worst nightmare. So I was like, it needs to start feeling like a nightmare. So all of those visual cues, they couldn't be on fly because it required a lot of planning, especially on our budget and we didn't have our schedule was very tight. So me and my editor, sound designers had to really like talk about how slowly the film shifts. You kind of starts in a real place and then bit by bit you shift into a more expressionistic, strange place. So that was like just and that was one of the things that Rosamund and Matthew both loved when I had my first conversation with them. And another little thing was that we shot everything outside the car
Mm.
except for one dream sequence. We shot everything on 60 mil film, to give it a verite style and then the moment you go through the windscreen, it shifts to digital, and it becomes the visuals become colder and crisper. And the reason I did that was that even if if the viewer is not technically minded, subconsciously, hopefully they will feel there's a shift, between the two worlds. So yeah, that was all the fun that I was having, trying to present something hopefully slightly more fresh and new. And I'm glad you responded to
I'm not even done yet because you, sir, madman, like I said,
it. Love it.
the I'm not sure if this is part of the sound department or the composer or maybe both, but
Hmm.
there are so many unique, I'll use the word deranged sounds that
Hmm.
were used in this film. And when having a music background, I've been a musician for 20 years, I'm unable to decipher what is being utilized at the time. It it sort of gives me an additional level of anxiety, also excitement. So that's a weird thing. But when you're using these deranged sounds at different moments throughout the film, my God, does it just turn the anxiety up to another level when you think there's not another level? And so, who is either the composer or maybe your sound department, the discussions you're having to try and bring these these drastic and unusual sounds into this picture to enhance the sort of the epic moments that are throughout the film.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, both. So the sound design of the film was done by fantastic Paul Davis and Tim Burns. They're the one who they've done like Saint Maud, and they work with Lynn Ramsey a lot. And I was so blessed that they came on board, and we had a very early conversation, just like how visually the films get stranger and stranger. We were like, that needs to reflect in the soundscape and the sound design as well. And a lot of filmmakers take sound for granted because
Mm.
they think it's just a visual medium. But my DP, Kit Fraser, who shot this as well, always says like good sound can make the visual sing as well. And that's the thing. It's so important to me because even if you're not conscious of it, it does something subconsciously to you, sound. And there's not a moment of silence in this film, even though it feels like there are a lot of silence in the film. The sound is always doing something. Like even if it's like something as subtle as like the car engine slowly shifting throughout the film, the sound of the car engine. So that was like a lot of planning, with Paul and Tim, to figure out what the sound shifts are. And one other, like Lorne Balfe and Peter Adams, who composed the score, they're also, I mean, geniuses. Like they gave me it was such an amazing experience in the edit, just receiving so many samples from all these lovely people and being able to play with it and then going back and feedback. And another a quick segue, because your background is music. I don't know if you noticed, but the main score of the film, it's based on Depeche Mode's Behind the Wheel, the 80s track. Uh,
No, but I
yeah,
love that song and I'm surprised I missed that.
yeah, if you listen to the end credits, also then the lyrics come in, and yeah, so that was like something, when I was breaking down the script, I was listening to Depeche Mode, and then that sound came on, and then suddenly I was like, oh my God, even the lyrics of it feels like our movie. My little girl, drive anywhere, do what you want. Tonight I'm in the hands of fate. And I told my producer we should get that track and base the score around it. And my producer Lucan was like, the only person who can do that is Lorne Balfe, and luckily Lorne is a massive Depeche Mode fan, so that's how the score came together as well. But yeah, I'm very glad you noticed those subtleties.
It's truly remarkable. It felt like the stars aligned for this project. You pulled out so many innovative ideas. You cast the exact two people that
Thank
could have probably pulled this off in the best way, and it's just fantastic. I again, and to the entire cast and crew involved on such a short schedule and pulling this off. Quite an achievement, like I mentioned. Hollow Road is going to be featured in theaters once again on a double feature with Vincent Must Die exclusively at AMC's on October 31st. So check your local listings. If you are a fan of film, horror, mystery, or thriller, I'm telling you right now, you must watch this in the theatrical setting. You will not regret it. It's one of my favorite things ever, and I really hope you take the opportunity to go check it out. So check your local listings. Babak, I want to thank you, and I know we're a little bit out of time, but I am also the unofficial spokesperson for a major fan base regarding Cloverfield. And so you and I have had this dance before regarding discussions on the film.
Okay.
Unless things have changed and you're willing to say anything, I just want you to look me in the eye and let me know if things are either going according to plan or if things are slightly changing. That's all I want to
Honest,
know.
I can't say anything because Bad Robot love them, big fan. They love
Sure.
to keep everything close to their chest.
I get it.
So this is why, like I said, I think yeah, now I remember we met at South by. I said to you before, I cannot share anything. So I leave that with Bad Robot whenever they feel it's the right time. I'm sure they would like sort of release more information. But yeah, I cannot say much. But at the same time, Ted, I want to say that how amazing it was chatting with you, and I can chat with you forever. And thank you so much for your kind words. And also another quick segue. I don't know if you noticed, the whole film is takes place on a Halloween night, so it's a great Halloween, old school Halloween tale.
Absolutely. It's spooky season, folks. Go check it out.
Thank you.
Babak, I want to thank you again for speak with me a second time. Truly magnificent film. I really enjoyed it. Go check it out. October 31st. Check your local listings and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, my man. Speak soon.